Some really good news, but still a bit of bad news on the Denver Broncos injury report ahead of their Week 7 game against the New York Giants. So I want to go ahead and bring in the injury report, guys. So we've got Nick Bonito and Alex Singleton still dealing with some minor injuries, but they've been full go this entire way. We'll see if they come up the injury report or not, but this is probably just maintenance and preventative issues. They're still getting treatment, so that's why they have to be on the injury report, but they're participating, no issues there, and Nick Bonito is dominating despite dealing with a minor wrist problem, so good for him. Unfortunately, Jonathan Cooper popped up with a quad injury. The good news there is he was just limited today. He wasn't DNP, and he was doing some work on the side field during the portion of practice that was open to the media. I expect he's going to be limited throughout the rest of this week. Even if he's limited on Friday, I do believe he's going to play in the game. Even more good news, Dre Greenlaw is back. We talked about that in depth in a previous video. But his 21-day practice window has been opened. He was officially listed as limited today. The players all said that he looked good out there. Sean Payton said he looked good, and then he refused to answer any more questions about it. But the good news is, even if he's limited on Friday, that would put him on track to play in this game. The Broncos are going to keep things very quiet. They're not going to talk about injuries to the media. That's just their normal policy. But everything is on track, at least as of right now, for Dre Greenlaw to make his Denver Broncos debut in Week 7 against the New York Giants. Jonah Ellis, unfortunately, is still DNP. He was listed last week with both shoulder and rib injuries. Today, he's just listed with a shoulder problem, so that would indicate that's the more serious issue here. If he gets a limited practice in on Friday, then that's good news for the game. But if he's DNP throughout the entire week, just like he was last week, then he's probably not going to play in this game. The Broncos did survive on defense without him. The Broncos defense didn't suffer much of a drop-off. Dondre Tillman stepped up and played well. But we'd still like to have Jonah Ellis back out there. Thankfully, the Broncos have hella depth at that position, and they can absorb this injury no problem. Let's go ahead and now bring in the New York Giants injury report. So they've got a bunch of DNPs. Deonte Banks, one of their corners, he was DNP for personal reasons, so nothing to really be concerned about there, I'd imagine, for the Giants. Swayze Bowman, who stepped in at linebacker for them after a litany of injuries there, he's DNP with an ankle, along with one of their other linebackers, Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles, so they're playing like 4th and 5th string guys at that position at this point in time. You've got John Michael Schmitz, their starting center, DNP with a concussion. He's got to progress through the protocol. If he gets a practice in before Friday, then I'd expect him to play in the game. Otherwise, the Giants might be without their starting center for this game. Darius Slayton, their de facto wide receiver 1, he's down with a hamstring injury, so if he can't go in this game, I expect the Giants to lean heavily on Wan'Dale Robinson. They did have some guys listed as limited as well. Jermaine Illuminor, one of their tackles, shoulder and back problems. Chauncey Golston with a neck injury. Jalen Hyatt with an ankle injury, another one of their wide receivers. And then defensive lineman Roy Robertson-Harris with a knee. Victor Dimukeje, one of their edge rushers, full go with a pec. He's a reserve player for them. So those are the injuries for both teams. As far as the Denver Broncos are concerned here, obviously getting Dre Greenlaw back is going to be huge for them. And Jonah Ellis, man, again, it really does suck, but I do feel like he's going to be able to go sooner rather than later. Like I said, if he gets a limited participation in before Friday, or even on Friday, then he'll be good to go for this game. Otherwise, it's going to be Dondre Tillman again. With Q Robinson, I thought that he was pretty raw out there, if we were being completely honest. Missed a couple of tackles, but I do think Q Robinson can at least be in line to get better and better as the weeks go on. So hopefully he doesn't have to see more playing time, because hopefully we get Jonah Ellis back. But the biggest news of the week for the Denver Broncos is getting Dre Greenlaw back, which is absolutely awesome. I know fans are going to question how long we're going to have Dre Greenlaw for, but if we get, let's say, 10 healthy games out of Dre Greenlaw in the regular season, or hell, even 8, let's say he misses 2 more and he balls out and plays super well, I think we'll take that overall, especially since the expectations for Dre Greenlaw have now been reset after these injuries. If he can play his way into the Denver Broncos picking up that contract option that essentially is going to be on the table at this coming offseason, because you've got Dre Greenlaw, it was only 1 year's worth of guaranteed money. They can move on from him at any given time. I don't know if they're going to do that or not, but it's all going to depend on how he plays in these few games coming up. The fact that he is back is obviously the first step for Dre Greenlaw in a long process moving forward. All right, Broncos country, let me know in the comment section below. Do you have confidence in this team moving forward when it comes to the injuries? Do you have confidence in Dre Greenlaw? Do you think that Jonah Ellis is going to bounce back? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. It helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country, just like you and me. Additionally, if you guys want to go above and beyond in supporting the channel, please consider becoming a channel member today. I would really appreciate it. It's not mandatory whatsoever, but if you guys want some extra perks and incentives in exchange for helping me out, helping the channel grow, helping improve the production quality, audio, video, etc., I would really appreciate if you would consider joining today. There are 2 tiers that you can choose from, link in the description below. Alright guys, before we get out of here, I want to tell you about the affiliate partner for today's video, Green Gridiron Helmets. Use code DENSYN, DENSYN, link in the description below to save off your first purchase on authentic NFL helmets. From small replicas like this one behind me to full-size authentic helmets, they've got it all. Again, that is code DENSYN, DENSYN, link in the description below to save off your first purchase from Green Gridiron Helmets. Thank you so much to them, and until next time guys, I'm your host Gage Madrid, saying peace out.